Hi guys, my name is Ariel. Welcome back to my channel. And it's been a while. This year. Yeah, I really don't know what to say about this year besides the fact that it was freaking awful and that the semester sucked the actual life out of me. So it's always hard to transition back into making videos when you've been gone for so long. But we're just gonna pretend like nothing happened and just get right into it. I am probably the last person on booktube to be doing the, what is it called? End of year book tag. So yeah, tell me how you guys have been. I'm blonde now. I don't know, I've just been trying to live my best life and just trying to move on, you know? Yeah, I'm finally done with school now, so I can actually focus on the thing that I love to do, which is read. I have like a million books checked out from my library, as if I don't have enough already on my shelves, so I don't know why I'm playing myself like this, but I'm hoping that this will be the most successful reading month ever, or at least like December will be jam-packed, and then like the week before January I'll just like finish up and just read a bunch more books before we start. Without proper grammar, I don't know. So yeah, this is the end of the year book tag. I figured that I would do something kind of like easy and fun to just kind of ease myself back into it. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of chaotic, a little chatty, so grab your favorite beverage of choice, or just put this at double time speed. I don't judge you. The first question is, are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? Which really like right out the gate just like grabs me by the shoulders, because I am the queen of reading like 10 books at a time. Don't look at my Goodreads. I know what it looks like. I have a few books in mind that I am going to try to actually finish before the end of the year. The first one I think is called The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Honestly, not on my top priority because I meant to read it for the reading rush and I got about 50 pages in and just never continued. So yeah, I'm a little like scared too, because I just don't know if I will actually like it, which is like really weird because I have definitely like pushed myself to finish books that I don't like just to like finish them. But I think it's like his longest book and it's like 600 pages, and it's not that long. I'm being dramatic. It feels like 600 pages, but I just am not looking forward to it, but I just need to read it and get it off my shelf if I don't like it. The second one I'm in the middle of right now, and it's called Transcendent Kingdom. I'm listening to an audio and I'm really, really loving it. I'm probably going to finish it before the end of the week when it's due back at my library. And I also started this book called Blood Highway on audio, like I think in October, and it's kind of weird because I'm like going back and forth between whether I actually want to finish it or not, and I think I will because I'm halfway, so I might as well. The second question is, do I have a good book recommendation to transition into autumn? And obviously I'm pretty late. I would of course always recommend The Secret History just because it takes place during autumn into winter, so I feel like a lot of people forget that a pretty good chunk of it takes place in like winter, early spring. So I would probably just recommend that book like everybody else has. But another book that I would really recommend is Burn Our Bodies Down by Rory Powers. I listened to this recently, I think in November or October, and it is really good. I was actually really nervous about reading it. I almost didn't read it. I was a little apprehensive reading it because I really did not like Wilder Girls. I gave it 3 stars, which it's like fine, but I feel like most people didn't like Wilder Girls, so it's not that unusual of an opinion. But I was nervous about reading Burn Our Bodies Down because I've heard good things, but I've heard like people didn't like it as much as Wilder Girls, so I was thinking like, well, if I didn't like Wilder Girls, I probably shouldn't read this book. But I decided to go ahead and do it just because the synopsis sounds so interesting, and like, wow, it like really blew me away. So we followed this girl who lives with her mom, and her mom is like keeping this the dark secret about their family and doesn't want to tell her about anything about their family. And so she kind of goes on the road to kind of discover it for herself, and forms a relationship with some of the people in town and finds her grandma. And it's just like really weird and like not anything that I've read before. And I just really like the mood and the atmosphere. I don't know why it is like a good transition book for autumn, but maybe it's the corn, I don't know, the creepy old farmhouse, I don't know, but that's a book I would recommend for that. All right, I'm gonna bring my computer down here because I don't like to keep turning. The third question is there a new release that you're still waiting on? And considering it's December, pretty much every book that I've been anticipating came out already. But there are quite a few new releases that came out this year that I obviously have not read. And I am basically like hoping to read this before the end of the year, at least read them before the start of spring semester. I plan on reading Plain Bad Heroines, which I've heard is a really good, creepy, sapphic horror mystery book. Really chunky though. I'm planning on reading Days of Distraction, which I've wanted to read like forever, and just it's either not been available at my library or I've just been too busy with school to really do that. But it's basically about a girl who has to choose between like staying in her hometown or moving with her boyfriend. There has to like give up her dreams in order to follow his, or they have to break up essentially. I also really want to read Horrid by Katrina Leno. I read her book You Must Not Miss and really enjoyed it, but I felt like it could have gone a little darker. I've heard mixed reviews about Horrid, so I'm not really sure how I'll really like it, but I have a check from the library and I've been on this like, I've been just like craving creepy things, and I feel like it will probably do a pretty good job. I also have The Starless Sea checked out. And that one is also a chunky book, but I just feel like that it would be a good book to read around this time. Hi, Pancake. Hi, baby. Want to say hello? What? What is it? Oh. Oh, well, thanks for joining us. Okay, anyway, so I was distracted. I also have The Starless Sea checked out, and I heard that this was a really good for this time of year because it's just like a really long, drawn-out fantasy, and I'm just like really looking forward to reading that. And then the last book that I'm going to mention is like a fantasy romance called, what is it called? From Blood and Ash, which I truly don't remember what it's about, but I heard that it was really popular and I decided to just go ahead and go for it. If I don't end up liking it, whatever. Oh, you're so cute. Sorry, I'll stop bothering you. The fourth question is, what are 3 books that you want to read by the end of the year? I obviously just mentioned a bunch that I'm planning on reading that are new releases, but I guess like a couple more that I'll mention that like are lower on my list of priorities to read, but I still think I can manage to squeeze it in. One of them is called Shark in the Time of Survivors, which is written by a native Hawaiian. I haven't heard a lot of buzz about this book. I don't remember the synopsis exactly, but it has like something about it that like really attracted me. I almost bought it in the bookstore, but I haven't heard anybody like talk about it, so I wasn't sure if that was really for me or not. And I'm kind of just starting to dip my toes into fantasy, so I don't know, but we'll see if I like that. And then I guess the final book that I'll kind of mention is Drag Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. Longest title ever. But that one I've had my eye on for a long time. I know that Kate File, I think her name is, she's mentioned that book a lot. Or that author a lot, actually. She's read like 3 of her books or something and like highly recommends it. And it's like relatively short, so hopefully I can like get to it. Question number 5 is there a book you think will still shock you and become your favorite of the year? And honestly, any of the like 20 books I mentioned could be, but one I have not mentioned yet that I'm actually saving to be the last book that I read this year. I don't know why, I just decided this. But I really want to end the year with a bang because I think that this could be a new favorite for me, and that's Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour. And honestly, I cannot describe how excited I am to read this book. Sorry, Pancake. I keep disturbing him. He's trying to sleep. He looks so sad. Oh. Pancake, I'm sorry. That's just his face. He just has a really oddly shaped face. I'm sorry, Pancake. Nina LaCour, one of my favorite authors. I really need to read more of her books. Hold Still, one of my favorite YA books. Honestly, one of my favorite books of all time. And I really, really liked We Are Okay. I actually want to reread that again sometime soon, because especially at this time, because I feel like it's a perfect transition book into winter if you're looking for that. Pancake is not interested. It's supposed to be like a haunted house with like ghosts, and of course Nina LaCour's writing is just beautiful. I love it. So yeah, I'm just really excited for that. Have you already started making reading plans for 2021? Now, I am not good at following through with any of my plans. Very surprising to you, I'm sure. I have a couple thoughts, a couple ideas. Don't know if I'm gonna go through with it, but we'll see. One of the things that I'm planning on doing is planning to reread some of my favorite books. Honestly, the reason why is because I kind of mentioned this last year, but obviously this year has just been like a sham. I kind of mentioned that I wanted to reread some of my favorite books, and I've only really done that with one of them that I can remember off the top of my head. There are some books that I really, really love and that I really want to reread. Hopefully I want to do like a video of like my favorite books, which I realized I never actually did. Like, my videos are sporadic, but they're not really a good introduction to myself, I don't think. And so I just kind of want to talk about some of my favorite books. There are also a couple of like series rereads I want to do that I'm really excited for, because I want to like make into a vlog that will be like towards the very end of the year, just because of like the kind of books they are. The last kind of reading goal thing is like actually me just kicking myself in the face, because I realized I never read the books that I predicted to be 5 stars, which, whoops, it's been over a year. I linked the video in the description, I guess, but like, it's been a while since I made that. I still think that they'll be my favorites, and like, I think it would just be fun to do a week-long reading vlog of me like reading the rest of those books. I've only read one so far. That wasn't 5 stars, but it was like pretty close. It's very long overdue. Okay, so that is the end of the year book tag. Sorry, it was very rambly, but I hope to do some booktube content while I read all the books that I'm planning to read. I have not had a chance to like do monthly wrap-ups, and so I'm thinking about just doing like a tier ranking video where I rank all the books I read this year, which is going to be really long. I don't know. I'm just not really sure how I want to approach it, because like, I definitely do not want to do month back to back to back, like trying to play catch up, because like, no. So if doing a tier ranking video sounds like a good idea, go ahead and let me know. But yeah, as far as I know, I'm fairly sure I'm going to be doing a best of and a worst of, but I'm going to wait obviously until January, because I'm planning to read literally up into the very end of December. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It was really good to see you. And I hope it was good to see me, and I will see you guys very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!